Liza Marie Garcia, and I'm so happy that you're jumping in to join this live stream. We're going to be real casual and have a nice little casual chat about something very important. And so we call it Where Faith Meets Leadership. And so I'm going to bring on stage right now without hesitation my good friend and the president of the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce, Ladondra Hervey. Welcome to the stage. How are you?
Hello, Liza. Thank you so much for having me here for this incredible event. I'm so excited to get to talk about all the juicy things you have in store coming up.
Well, not just me, we're working on this together,
We
right?
are.
It's is it Wednesday today? No, it is Thursday today. I was just going to say it's Thursday or it's Wednesday, see how it is. So, these weeks go by fast and these years go by fast. And you know
Yes.
what? This book tour that we're going to talk about is going by so fast. So I want to share about what we're doing together and what we talked about last week as we were putting the details together and crossing the T's in preparation. We said, let's just get on and chat about it. So that's why we're here.
Yes.
So thanks everyone for joining our live event. So let's start from the beginning, I guess. Is that cool? I'll start it.
Absolutely. Let's
Okay.
go.
All right, let's go. So what I want to bring up here. So I wrote a book and it's my seventh book. Yes, I'm a published author 7 times with this book, but I'm also a book publisher. And our company is nearing its 10th year this year. So I've published a few books in my day and have been around this world. And as part of this book is called Tell Them of My Greatness. And God gave me the title and he told me to tell everyone of his greatness. And so this book established this tour of Barnes and Nobles across the nation. So what we're planning for right now together is we are going to be in the Barnes and Noble in Texas. See, did I read the right one? Well, in Texas on August 15th. And Ladondra Hervey and her amazing group of Christian professionals are going to join us on August 15th for the tour and for the fact that Christians need to meet up, a Christian meetup, and professionals need to come together for many reasons. Right?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I want to slow some things down because you said some amazing things that many can run over. This is an amazing book tour that Liza is putting on and we're doing in partnership. And so, 7 times best-selling author, come on, and you're up on your 10 years. Congratulations. And so when you think about that, that just lets us know that this is not just a traditional event that she's bringing to the marketplace as we are coming together and collaborating on. This is something very unique where it really is bringing together the high level Christian entrepreneurs. And I just love the title, Liza, Tell Them of My Greatness. And just, I can't wait to dig into what does that mean? And I think that you're going to be doing we're going to be doing some live podcasting around that. And what does all this mean? So what was God's, what was the vision? And I don't want to go too far into it, but just why now a message like this?
Right. Well, as believers, we know that God's timing is perfect and his ways are not anything we could imagine. So really on those two things is really the answer to your question, because first of all, as far as his ways being so different from ours and so higher than ours and more than we can imagine, he is the one that downloaded this tour within the U.S. local Christian Chamber of Commerce's. We've done it. I was with the Minnesota president a couple months ago. I was in Arizona, I was in Utah, and then now we're going to Texas. So this tour now was definitely orchestrated by him. What I also want to mention is, as important as it is for us to write and publish our own story and to put our true and unique content out there, it's equally important for the secular world and for the Barnes and Nobles and the brick and mortar bookstores to understand that Christian professionals have buying power, just like Christian professionals can change laws and can change government and make the laws. So what's wonderful about this is with Barnes and Noble, they're seeing a store full of Christian professionals buying a religious genre book, because this is the first book that I've published in Christian genre of the 7 books, but it's also a very small percentage of the books that we publish because supposedly secular bookstores and retailers and book distributors say, oh, they won't buy it if it's religious. It's got to be not religious popular press. So that's a couple answers to what we're doing here.
And I really appreciate you bringing that up, because that is a unique thing. Because when we think about it, how many sectors of, when we think about the sector, all the industries of influence, and we think about, okay, the importance of media and getting the books out into stores like Barnes and Noble, who don't normally see this as something that's valuable. Like, there's a high market for a secular, but we need powerful messages out there who from Christian authors, and I think that there's no better time than the present. And with that being said, it's really exciting, because as and we'll get to it, but you're going to be coming along and collaborating with, helping some other authors too, with some fun things that we'll be doing at the event. So that's exciting as well.
It's going to be, first of all, it's going to be unique for the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce. And I'd love more people to know about you. And first of all, it is in Dallas, Texas. Yes. The store itself is supposed to be this amazingly beautiful store. I haven't been there yet, but from what I've heard and seen, and there's been a lot of pretty important Christian leaders in our world that have had their book events there. And so, that, which is always good, because that means that the store staff is used to believers that are going to pray before the meeting, pray inside in the middle of the meeting, and pray after the meeting, and maybe even have salvations. You never know, right? We're open to however the Spirit leads. But can you talk a little bit, share a little bit about all the tremendous community of professionals you have in Dallas already that will be there, that are going to help us celebrate this?
Yes, well, thank you for the opportunity. So we are the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce. We represent the state of Texas, which is a very unique position that we have. You find a lot of Christian that we have in Texas, a lot of Christian organizations. But one thing that makes the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce very unique is that we find that there's a lot of Christian organizations who are doing great work in the silos, but where we come alongside is our mission is to break down those silos and to create a unified front where we are elevating Christian business owners from across sectors. That includes not only entrepreneurs, but these are the churches, Christian chambers, and nonprofit leaders and executive professionals. And so with that being said, we do things from creating discipleship pathways. We work with civic leaders and doing a lot of different work that helps us to move the needle here in Texas. And we know that Texas sits in front at the center of a lot of things that happen across the nations. And so doing things like and collaborating with Liza in this book tour was something very important because of things like that. A lot of times what we do in Texas, it influences how other states move as well. And so when we can get behind and support and elevate one another as believers, then we can go further, faster. And so what entrepreneurs can look forward to is a lot of other high-level Christian believers who have that same mindset of relationship building. We are a chamber that's not about competition, comparison, and all of that, but really around relationship building. So when you come in the room, you can expect to meet other Christian entrepreneurs who are invested in your next level of growth and have some really powerful conversations. So those are some things that you can look forward to.
Thanks for sharing that. And I've got on screen, and I'll put in the comments too. So the event, there is an event. So the date, who, what, where, and when. Let's talk about the when. So it's right around the corner. And again, it's at the Barnes and Noble in Dallas. And we'll put all that information up for you. But basically, we are going to be on Saturday, August 15th. In the most perfect time ever at 1 p.m. on a Saturday. I'm laughing, and Ladondra knows why. We will be there for this event. It is a 2-hour event, and we know we are going to have the amazing professionals from the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce, but also we are inviting the surrounding Christians, whether you are in the Christian Chamber of Commerce, we hope you are the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce or not. It is an event for all believers, for all professionals, for all faith-based, business-minded entrepreneurs, founders, C-suites, you name it. And the other reason why this is an important event is this book is for business people. If you like to read about business, case studies, success stories, fail forward stories, that's what this book is about, based on Old Testament stories where God gave us the model to be to look at and to reference. And then the most important part of this, right, is that these are, as professionals, we get to be together and help each other and support each other and do business with each other and have people do business with us. So, you know, I was just saying this to a client 2 days ago. She was wondering if she should, you know, plug herself in here and plug herself in there. And I said, you know what I've done very deliberately and in each year, and even sometimes half year quarters when I'm, you know, looking ahead, is plugging myself into completely new networks, completely new, right? So if you're wondering and you're listening to this, you know, and you're wondering, boy, where are my fourth quarter sales going to come? Where are my clients going to, you know, where am I going to start prepping my clients for next year? Have you been to a believer-based, faith-based professional group? Here's your opportunity.
Yes, I would have to agree with that wholeheartedly. And Liza, our last event that we held in person, we actually sold out. We had over 150 Christian entrepreneurs, decision makers in the room. And when I tell you, it was a Holy Spirit filled event. And when we think about those relationships, because I always say that kingdom advancement moves at the speed of relationships. And so sometimes we got to get out of the way of our norm and get into some of those rooms where your people are hanging and higher level conversations and solutions are in the room. And so this is what we are cultivating as we are collaborating on these type of events. Y'all, Liza is coming down from Tampa, and we are getting ready to host something that you don't want to miss. Okay, and there's some things I'll tell you that with my personality, I am. On the disc, I am a D, which means we are bottom line. We don't like wasting time. And so this is one of those events that is on August the 15th, 1 to 5 p.m. You will not be wasting your time attending this event. This will be something that you will actually, when I think about it, you redeem the time. When you're in the right rooms, it's something about you being in the right room that helps you to redeem the time. And so get ready for powerful conversations, networking, interviews, and giveaways. I can't wait to tell y'all about the giveaways. It's good. Raffles and giveaways and all the things. And there's going to be some surprises.
Well, so here it is. I know there was the teaser. Thanks for setting that up. But yes, we are doing something we've never done before. We talked about this last week and I said, you know, I feel like we should do this. We haven't done this before. And I said, it might be a one and done. Pretty much I have a feeling it's going to be a one and done, meaning Dallas, Texas, and the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce and this event are the only eligible people for this. So here's what we're raffling off. In addition to the number of raffles and items from our the amazing professionals that are part of the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce, we are raffling off a book publishing contract. And as I said, we've been doing this for 10 years. I think we're about to 90 some books and titles we've published, over 200 some clients. We know how to publish a book. We know how to put it together and to do it in excellence. So we are raffling off. You get you get a raffle chance to get a full book publishing contract and all the services that go with that. Or you can choose, you get a full author publicity contract. And so what that means is if you are already a published author and you say, man, I wish someone could help me sell my book. Well, there you go. man, I wish my book sales were better. Here you go. So from day one in our company, we always knew that after an author releases their book and they sell their book to their friends and their family and their own network, no one's buying their book unless someone's promoting it. So we have also been promoting authors and books for the last 10 years as well. So we're very strong in that area, but we raffle that off. If you buy a ticket, and I put that in the link there, but if you buy a ticket, you get 2 raffle tickets if you buy in advance of the program. If you show up, you get 1 raffle ticket. So, yay.
Yes, first of all, that is a phenomenal offer, phenomenal. And and there's a saying in Texas, you always go bigger in Texas, and so Liza has definitely gone bigger with this type of raffle. And so this in itself is a phenomenal reason to attend. So if you have a book in your belly and you just have been feeling like, how do I do this? Here is a credible opportunity from a credible organization who's been down this road. Or if you're like, I wrote the book, like she said, I am an author myself, and so you can find yourself in those places where I just need some more visibility and promotion around my book. Guess what? You can get that. So there's 2 levels on the ticket. So there's the general admission, which is like it's $1. But then that'll get you in the room. But if you want that next level where you also get a copy of the book and 2 tickets for the raffle, then you want to go up on to I think it's $25, which is it $25?
$25, and that's barely the cost of the book, but you get a book, you get an autographed copy, and 2 raffle tickets for a full publishing or promotion contract. Yeah.
You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. And you're in the room with amazing people. So like, we can't wait to see you. Make sure you get your ticket, because this is going to be a event that you definitely don't want to miss. And we're not trying to sell you on hype. This is literally one of those events that you're going to look back and be like, man, I wish I was in the room. Don't be that person. Don't be that person.
That's right. Thank you. August 15th, 1 o'clock. I'm going to put in all the comments for these streams, all the information, but Ladondra and me, Liza Marie, you can reach out to us in multiple ways. And we just want to do the work of the Father. And
Yes.
I was told to do this book. I was told to be doing the things that I'm doing in my life. And I know you were as well, and highly anointed you are to lead the Texas Christian Chamber of Commerce the way that you do. So join us, and let's celebrate and enjoy all the blessings that we have together as Christian professionals.
Yes. Yes. Well, we look forward to seeing you. And I just want to also just say this right here on the tag, because I didn't want to forget this. The tag on your book says, tell them of my greatness, God in the C-suite, divine influence drives success. Y'all, this is going to be a powerful conversation. So with the live podcast, that in itself, and the wisdom that we are going to collectively bring into the table, this is going to be an incredible event. So August the 15th, 1 to 3 p.m. We look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you all. Thank you, Ladondra. Thanks all.
Thank you, Liza.